Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Tuesday, the 13th of January. With McShane, we're reading through the book of Nehemiah today, chapter 3, which begins, Eliashib, the high priest, and his fellow priests went to work and rebuilt the sheep gate. They dedicated it and set its doors in place, building as far as the Tower of the 100, which they dedicated, and as far as the Tower of Hananel. The men of Jericho built the adjoining section, and Zachar, son of Imri, built next to them. And so essentially, as you read through the chapter, the whole chapter just goes on about this list of people who all built part of the wall. This person built this part of the wall, that person built that part as far as such and such. And it goes all the way through. A few verses later, verse 12, Shallum, son of Haloesh, ruler of the half district of Jerusalem, repaired the next section with the help of his daughters. And so it wasn't just him, but his family, his daughters, who would probably often have been overlooked, were included in the rebuilding. And then a couple of verses later, the repairs next to him were made by the priests from the surrounding region. Beyond them, Benjamin and Hashab made repairs in front of their house. And next to them, Azariah, son of Maaseiah, the son of Ananiah, made repairs beside his house. And here you have people building where they live. That's the proximity. And as I read through that, I thought it's quite easy to just read this and go, a book of people and building, hardly interesting. But there's a whole lot of stuff we can get from that. The one is, it links to the New Testament, where Paul says each person is given a gift for the common good. And I'm quite sure if everybody had sat and waited and thought, we need some great builder who can build the whole wall, look at the size of the project, look at what it's going to cost, it's an impossible task, so nothing will happen. But instead, each person built the bit that they could. Used the people that were around them, encouraged them to join in, and therefore the wall got built. And sometimes if we just wait for other people to do the work, we're going to lose out. And the church operates by everybody getting involved, doing what they can. That's how the church grows. The second thing is that the women, the daughters that had helped, would probably have been overlooked. And we so often overlook people and think, oh, that person, because of whatever the reason is, can't be part of this, can't contribute, can't make a difference. The scripture says they can. There's nobody that's written off by God. And therefore, everyone can be used and encouraged. And they might not do all the same kind of work, but they can all contribute to the building of the church in some way. And the third thing that I get from this is sometimes we think if we're going to do God's work, we're going to have to go a long distance and it's going to be inconvenient and it's going to be problematic. Whereas you have the story of Benjamin and Hashab making repairs opposite their house. It was convenient. That's where they lived. They didn't have to go far. And they had the vested interest in making sure that that bit of the wall was properly built and probably neatly built because that's where they lived. And God uses us where we are. And he often won't use us at our convenience, but he uses us in a way that is convenient to us. He uses us where we are, amongst the people that we're part of, where things will fit together easily. Sometimes you might call people to something extreme, to go off to a distant country. But we often think, if I'm not called to India, then I'm not called. No, we're called to minister here in Orchards, to our neighbours and the people round about us, to our family and friends as they gather on the weekend, those people where it's convenient to be together. And so for me, a passage which is about different people on a building project does actually speak into our lives and our times as well. So be encouraged to build what you can, where you can, with what is available to you, knowing that as we build the church in this way, God is glorified and we are blessed.